Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Shockin' on Toy Reviews. I'm one of your reviewers, Wilson, joined by the man with the plan,
Toast.
And we're also going to be joined by Berg. He can't join us right now, but this is a special year-end episode that we have been doing since the very start. Every year we go through and we're going to give our top 5 of the year. So this is the top 5 toys of 2020. We'll each have 5. We may agree, we may disagree, and we'll see where it goes. Before we get started, I do want to say if you could hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you will be notified when new episodes go up. We'd hate for you to miss something. And also check out the Shock Therapy Toys podcast. Anyways, let's get into it. We'll be showing, just so you know, we'll be showing any toy that we've reviewed. We'll be putting the link to the review up there in case you're interested. So my number 5 is Storm Collectibles Injustice 2 Darkseid. This guy came out of nowhere for me because Toast, I believe we reviewed your copy.
Yes.
And he kind of blew me out of the water. I love him. He's highly posable. He had all kinds of cool blast effects coming from his eyes. And yeah, he was just fun. He looks great and awesome. I loved him, and he really, really surprised me. Like, I didn't think I'd love him as much as I did.
This toy makes me happy. We might see him again later.
Yeah, okay.
Number 5, SH Figure Arts Jiren. This is exactly how I've got them posed at home. They are eye level from where I sit at the home office.
Nice.
And I've got him just, this is a Diamond Select base from one of the Guardians of the Galaxy figures. So I've got Jiren just hanging Goku over the edge of the arena.
It looks great.
As if he's about to drop him.
Yeah.
And every time I look up from my laptop, this is what I see.
Very cool.
All right, so my number 5 toy of the year is Tortor from MMC, aka DJD Tesserus.
Tesserus is the comic name.
I love this guy. He's awesome. He's super fun. He's giant. He's amazing. My only real drawback is that he's crazy expensive. Comparatively, he's not super crazy expensive, but I'm afraid to play with him a lot just because he's super expensive. But I liked him a lot.
That's good.
Really cool toy. I would show him in his robot mode, but no.
My number 4 is the Hasbro Transformers Siege War for Cybertron, whatever, Rotor Storm. He was a repaint of the Spinister, and in our review I actually said that Spinister was going to make it into the top 5 until this guy came out. It's a fun toy. His transformation is different but easy and fun, and he's highly posable. And if you get the Shockwave Lab upgrades, you get these cool cannons. So, fun toy. He's something that I played with over and over. He's never left my side. So, very cool figure.
I wasn't here for this review, but he did look awesome when I was watching the video.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. And he's a wrecker.
Number 4. So, during quarantine, I took over my wife's desk, and I've got 2 Batmans, 2 Jokers, a Predator. This is one of the Batmans, and I play with him every couple of days. He would be higher, but I usually have some balancing issues. You made him pose really well.
Yeah.
Just straight out of the backpack onto the table.
Right.
I was impressed.
Thank you.
Usually he falls backwards or one of his hips pops out. I'm still a huge fan, though. Every time I look at him, he makes me happy.
Yeah, he kills it. He's miles above that Hush one, too.
The only thing I wish is he had an unmasked head, and that's coming with the blue version.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Right.
My number 4 coolest toy of the year is MMC's Moors, aka the DJD Helix. This guy is slightly more fun to play with than Tesserus, and he's the same price point, so he has the same issue where, like, I like playing with him, but I don't want to play with him too much just because if I play with the toy too much, my son will play with him and then he'll break or something. But I really, really like this guy. He's super fun. MMC, for the few MMC toys I got this year, really knocked it out of the park for me. with one exception.
Yeah, these two are great.
And he's a big, awesome toy, and I like big, awesome toys.
Agreed.
Yeah. My number 3 best toy of the year is Kayeto's Temeculin Armored Trooper from Nausicaa. Nausicaa is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, animes of all time. I loved it even when it was Warriors of the Wind or whatever the horrible, cut, butchered, awful American version was that played back in the early 80s. And I have always wanted an army of soldiers of this guy in every character from that show. And they never really did any that were good or not like action figures. So they finally made super crazy, articulated, insane amount of detail paint and 1,000 accessories. We really should review this guy, but we just haven't gotten around to it because of COVID and stuff. But yeah, super happy. I found out recently that they did a gold version of this guy, and I can't figure out how to get it. I'm pissed, and I keep waiting for them to announce the rest of the cast or a second person or give me a different head, and this could be the queen of the Temeculins. That would be awesome. The reason this guy is not number 1 is because he's a 5-inch guy.
Yeah, based on the size of the box, I was really surprised by how small he was.
Like, so where all the other guys like this are 6-inch, like he's shorter than Spike Spiegel and all my anime guys. So they're going to have to be on their own shelf with like super 5-inch toys that don't look anything as good as this.
He looks amazing.
And yeah, his box is massive. I thought for sure he was a 6-inch guy. I never bothered. I pulled a Wilson. I never looked at the height. I just went, that's a super articulated version of that guy from the company that makes awesome 6-inch figures. Done. And nope. Yeah, I will also point out that his ball joints don't fit, and that I didn't break this, but it keeps popping off, but it pops back on. But yeah, his ball joints don't match either. But like, he's got ball jointed chinks on his armor. It's just,
that's awesome.
His cape is articulated. I love him. He's great.
Number 3, Injustice Darksiders Storm Collectibles. I've wanted a Darkseid for years, and he needed to be large and he needed to look cool because I like the sort of new 52 version rather than the classic version, which is probably going to upset some people. I don't care. This is the Darkseid I wanted, and he's awesome.
My number 3 is the Mafex Dark Knight Returns Batman. We reviewed this again, and this is something that Toast introduced me to, and I loved him. This guy, for at least 2 weeks, came with me almost in every room of the house that I went to, because I'd be fiddling with him and posing his cape and everything, and he's just so fun, and he's held up really well. He's a great toy, he's fun, and I love the black version. I recommend any version, but it's a great figure.
I played with this guy. This guy is on my office desk at home, and I played with him every couple days, reposing him.
It's hard to not to. Like, you see him and you just want to mess with him. Yeah, it's awesome. Very good.
So there were a lot of good Marvel Legends that came out this year, and as of about an hour and a half ago, I was still trying to figure out who I was going to put in my top 5 for the year.
Oh, really?
Dr. Doom is amazing. I'm a huge fan of Gwen Stacy, and my Sinister Six grew quite a bit this year. But the 2-pack Pyro Rogue, Mike Carey's run on X-Men got me reading X-Men again, and Rogue was a huge part of that. I nearly skipped it because I really didn't want to get Pyro, but I eBayed her, and she makes me happy.
Nice.
She's pretty standard.
Yeah.
But just this outfit, I love it.
It's way better. I know people go nuts for that 90s Jim Lee Rogue, but that's a way more practical and better design costume, I think.
Right.
But So really, so that this one is just soaked your panties a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
So now I need the white Magneto to go with her.
Oh yes.
Right.
That's right. Wow. Number 2, there had to be a third-party Transformer on my list, and it had to be this guy from MMC, Tortor, I think his name was, or Totor. He's the DJD Tesserus figure, and this is my favorite character from the DJD. It is my favorite third-party version of him from the line. This toy is huge. Its transformation is easy. He's highly posable, especially considering the massive scale and size that he is, and he's fun. I love him, and the fact that his chest moves just makes me giddy, makes me really giddy. So tons of fun, great figure from MMC. Was a little worried, a little bit, but he turned out great.
I think I gave him 5 hammers.
Yeah, he's damn near perfect. He really is.
My number 2, that's right, number 2 toy of the year is Doc Nocturnal Craziness from Mezco. This guy is awesome. I read the comic. I want every guy that comes. Yes. I can't afford it, so no. But he's awesome. The amount of stuff he comes with is awesome. Everything is great except for the ankles, which we mentioned in the review. But I love him. Great. Such a good toy. The only reason he's not number 1 is that he's expensive.
He is a fantastic toy.
For a 6-inch toy. He's my favorite Mezco 112. He is.
Oh, wow.
He crushes all the other one. He has more accessories than half of them combined. Like, it's just,
well, Conan's not out yet.
Conan is not out yet.
And for number 1, for me, I don't know, you may consider this a cheat, I don't know, but I choose the 30-minute mission model kits. Any of them, all of them, out of everything that I've spent my money on this year, this has got to be one of the things that I've spent the most on and the most time painting and putting them together. There's just so many cool things that you can do with these kits, and they're great for beginners. They're great for people who want to get into modeling. They're great for practicing on weathering and painting and everything. And there's so many options that you can do because they give you upgrade rifles and pieces like this, and they're articulated like this claw does open. And there's different types. So you got like this type is the main base guy. This is the main other base guy that fight each other. And then like you can see, this is just like a desert tank variation on this guy. So there's different pieces. And then, yeah, they have 5mm ports all over them. So you can buy these armor pieces and just customize however you want. You can even swap pieces between the two. And they're so easy to put together. It really does only take like 30 minutes. All the pieces are laid out on the sprue the same way for every guy. So it's really not that hard. And once you get going, you can get going. Fun stuff. Some of the stuff that I've worked the most on this year. I didn't even realize, until I was getting the stuff out, I didn't realize I had close to 30 of them total.
Wow.
So I've been doing a lot of work with stuff like this. So definitely highly, highly recommended. They're cheap too, like $15, 15,
nice.
$20. So highly articulated. And yeah, I suggest starting with these if you're interested in like Gundam kits and everything.
I cheated the list last year. I'd definitely allow you to
Okay.
do an entire line. This is the other Batman that sits on my work desk. I liked him well enough, but there was the annoying cape. And as time went on, I kept wondering, could I just slice that off? Could I do a different cape? And then I was cleaning up the office, and I ran across the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Batman.
Right.
And I put the two next to each other. I'm like, this cape would be perfect. So I slipped an X-Acto knife up in there, cut through all the glue.
Wow.
The cape fit perfectly. No modifications.
So how'd you get it up under there? Glue?
And now I love it.
Did you put glue there?
I didn't put any glue. So it actually detaches back here.
Oh.
And then you pop the head off.
Yeah.
Slip the cape in. Put
Nice.
the head back on.
You know what? I talked some shit about it. It is better with that cape on it. The cape was my biggest problem. So I can understand why you would maybe pick this one.
The cape is nice if you're gonna pose them probably in a flying stance or something.
Right. That's the one thing is now he doesn't have an articulated cape, but that other cape was just like a f***ing blanket on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like a washcloth.
It's too big.
It was way too big.
I still have hopes for the Hush line in general.
Yeah.
I want to get all of them.
Okay.
I hope they go deep.
And hard.
My awe, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's my show. It's my toy. This hunk of crap is my number one toy of the year for the year 2020. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Wilson. He has loose joints. He has paint flaws. He has this insane, always yelling face. But I love this insane yelling face. This toy has brought so much nostalgia and love and so much playing with him in the last, I don't know, month, 2 months, how long I've had him, that I played with him more than any other toy I got this year that actually came out this year. This hunk of poo that I had to paint his silver on to make him better. And yeah, he has this paint flaw, and yeah, he has that paint flaw, and this needs another pass, and that needs another pass. And even when he's eating and drinking, he's still like, "Nyah!" Countless hours on my sofa, watching TV, playing with my son. My son loves this guy. We played for hours with Transformers and this guy because we're insane. And such a nostalgia. He's probably one of my most favorite Thor toys because he doesn't have a giant 18-pound cape and fall over all the time. And he makes up for these shit. Everybody, 3 3/4 inch one. So yeah, here is my top number one toy.
So this is proof that a toy doesn't need to have a high score to still make it as toy of the year. Fun is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
But yeah.
I mean, shocking. This is shocking to me. My heart skipped a beat.
Listen, I talked to multiple people about can you have a non-5 hammer toy?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Toy of the year.
Yes.
And the vast majority of people are like, no, that makes
Screw those people.
no sense. If that's true, you need to fix your rating system. Well, no, I don't. It's my show. It's my toy. I love this thing. I can't believe, and all I do is notice the things that are wrong. He's left-handed, Hasbro. Left-handed. This is a right hand. This hand for the entire run has finger gloves. There's no finger gloves there. And yeah, and they didn't get his hair on right. It's too far back. But this guy, $20.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I definitely think both longevity and emotion play a factor in the top 5.
That's it for 2020. I want to flush 2020 down the toilet, except for probably 87 of the 120 toys I got. I'm looking at you, MMC Ravage. Want to throw out that the Alpha Predator from NECA was awesome, and the Rhino Predator was right there.
Yeah.
But they're NECA guys, so I'm afraid they're going to break.
Oh.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us. Apparently now we're on the Spotify.
Sometimes. I don't know.
I'm guessing only 2 episodes are going to be on Spotify, but we still post on Facebook randomly. We post on Instagram randomly, Twitter randomly. All that stuff's in the show notes. I can guarantee whatever toys Wilson picked, I like this guy better. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of what we can do to make you like the show better, I want more toast, honestly. Because as much as I hate those episodes where it's just talking, I could listen to Toast talk.
Oh.
It's very good. Thanks, everybody. Yarr.